Did you see Sunday's game? Yay! They actually listened and they stopped, they collaborated, and they listened on defense. And they came up with 4 interceptions and 6 sacks. And Chandler Jones, who was just horrible, and one of the reasons we did so bad on defense in the first game was the superstar of the game because they moved him from the inside to the outside. So, note to Bill Belichick, use your players to their strength. If you draft a guy who is a disruptive threat on the outside, why in the world do you put him on the inside? Do you need me to come tell you how it's done? Because it was really frustrating to watch him on the inside where you couldn't get anything started, he couldn't do anything. And they had him on the inside in the Minnesota game. He had 1 tackle. They had that horrific first drive where they made Matt Castle look like a Pro Bowl quarterback, and then they've switched it up and they moved Chandler Jones to the outside, and he had 2 sacks. He had 8 tackles, and 7 of them were solo. And did you see the good old blocked punt returned? Or I'm sorry, blocked field goal returned for a touchdown? When I first saw the play, I thought that he was kicking it a wide left, but instead, when they switched the camera around and I saw Chandler Jones scoop it, I realized that Chandler Jones, with his albatross arms, knocked that good old football down, scooped it up, and ran it back 58 yards for a touchdown. So I went a little nuts. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, we need a little help. Tom Brady is so reliant on Julian Edelman, and Gronk isn't back to full strength yet, and he's not even throwing the ball or even involving Danny Amendola, which I think he should, because Danny Amendola, as we have seen, is not terrible. I mean, you get it together, but maybe Tom Brady needs me to show him how to run those plays and everything. I would take that job very seriously, and it would be the best job I ever had, showing Tom Brady what to do. Yes, that would be so cool. Not that he needs my expertise, because clearly I don't know that as much as he does, but it's just kind of annoying to see him. It's just the offense is Julian Edelman, and what happens if Julian Edelman gets hurt or gets taken out of the game? Well, he gets taken out of the game in the second half because he's always double covered, and then what happens? Nothing. If you looked at the score on Sunday and saw it was 30-7, you would think, wow, Tom Brady's really doing great things on the offense, but all those points came from the defense mostly. I think we had one drive where we marched it down the field and threw a touchdown. We would have had more than that if not for the penalties. They had 15 penalties in that game. That is the most penalties they've had since being coached by Bill Belichick, and they are the most penalized team in the NFL this season so far. And we saw what happened to the Super Bowl winners last time. They were the most penalized team in the NFL. So, just so you're wondering who's going to win the Super Bowl, clearly the New England Patriots. Please. And going in a little different direction, I just want to know what you people think about the Green Bay Packers, because I can understand having a bad game against the Seahawks because their defense that game was nasty, not so much against the Chargers, but they almost lost to the Jets. Being in the same division, it's hard to imagine almost losing to the Jets when your own offensive coordinator, and I think even your defense, doesn't have that much faith in you, and they call a timeout, and the defense makes sure the ref knows that they called a timeout within the last seconds of the game. That doesn't show any faith in your quarterback. So I'm just wondering what's up with the Green Bay Packers. Are they really as bad as they look, or are they just off to a rough start? I don't know, but playing that badly against the Jets is just frightful. And then we had Charles Woodson on the Raiders talking about how they sucked and he was just so embarrassed. And I'm like, dude, you signed with the Raiders. What did you think was going to happen? They've stunk forever. As long as I can remember, they've stunk. Did you think that since you signed with them, they were going to magically become good? Yeah, no. Get your head out of the clouds, buddy. You should have come to the Patriots. Just saying. patriotsarethebomb.com. And that is all I have for you guys today. I know it's a little late, been a little busy, but I hope y'all have a good one. Coming from Angel in the End Zone. Peace.